Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you how to put down a laminate floor. Um, First things first, you want to make sure that your subfloor or your floor over your subfloor is smooth and stuff. So what I did, everywhere that I screwed down this into the subfloor and along the joints and stuff, I went ahead with a sander and I sanded all that down. So a lot of times when you screw into the floor like that, it'll rise up a little bit. So I made sure I sanded all those spots. So because when you're putting down a laminate floor, if you have a bubble in the floor or a little rise, it's gonna affect your floor. So you want to make sure that that's all level. So once you've got all that done, a few tips here. I found that these little tile spacers work really well because they're like a 1/4 inch, and that's the gap that they want you to have along the sides for if this expands or whatnot. So putting a little tile spacer in there works like perfect. So go down to the store, get a bag of these if you're going to do your laminate flooring, and just make sure they're spaced along the wall there. Keep a space there. Now, so they recommend when you're starting this, I recommend too that you cut out the first like 3 boards. There's one on that back wall there. There's 1, 2, 3 boards. Just the same as there's 3 here, right? So the first row is the back row. We start with the back left row there. And the first thing you want to do is you cut off, see how this board has a groove on it? Well, you cut that off up against the back wall so that you're going to have your gap with this and not with the groove. So you cut that off all along the first row, and you also cut off the tongue part on the far left. Little tongue part that sticks out here. This part, you'll cut off that on that first one over here as well. So then you want to make sure it fits. So that's why I have it put together here. But they recommend that you do the first board here, and then you do board number 2 here, and then you do board number 3 over here, and then 4 right here, then 5, this one down here, and then this one would be 6. So what I did is I put them together like this because I want to make sure that they fit first. And then they recommend, so putting them together, they recommend that you pull the whole thing like away from the wall and then pull them into it. But I don't know if you necessarily need to do that or not. What you want to do is make sure that the gaps, that they're lined up smooth here and they're lined up evenly. And how you do that, so these boards here, like this joint here, you just take the board, you lift up on it, and then pull it out. It's really that simple. And so when you put it back in, or when you're putting these in the first row, you just put it in there, make sure this joint right here is lined up, and then you just push in while you, like so you're pushing this way while you lay it down. Then if there's a little bit of a gap there still, you have a tool like this. It's called a pull bar, and what you can do is over by the wall, that's another reason why you want to leave a little gap. You put your pull bar in there and just tap it over there. If you have a hammer or something, you do that too. And it makes the line right here, it like cinches it together. So I like to make sure that the first row is going to fit, and then to just keep doing like rows continuously, just come over here. So you take this next board here. Hope I'm not in the way. take the next board, just kind of get it up in there. And you kind of work it in there while you're pushing down on the back end, because I think they recommend that you pull this thing away from the wall. You sit on this back part and you pull it towards you, because sometimes the back end will tend to lift up. So you can do that, or you can just make sure that you're keeping pressure on the back part here while you fold that down. So you can just like kind of, you push towards it as you work it down, and then work it snug, and it folds down there. And then you do the next one. So the next one's a little bit trickier, but so you want to, first of all, you want to tilt it at an angle and get it into that groove there, and just work it so it's in there, right? But it's not flush, right? So you need to get that part in there. So then what you do is you want to, this is where it's easier if you're sitting on the back part and you're doing it towards you, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to show you. So you'll tilt up this one over here, and then a little bit, and then you'll bring this one, and you'll kind of, along the length of it, you'll push or tap, making sure it's fitting into, making sure it's fitting into the groove all along here too. You want to tap it along there, into there, along the whole thing. And then sometimes it'll pull away over there, so you want to tap it along the whole thing. And then when you push it down, you want to keep your hand on the back part, because it'll raise up that back part. So just kind of push it along the whole thing and just work it down. And then push in as you're doing it. And then it'll like kind of snap in there. Okay, so it's a little bit tricky. As you can see, you kind of have to work in the whole thing along that length. And then you can take, it's called a tapping block. So it's got a little groove on one side here and another over here. So what you want to do is put this along here, and as you work along it, what you want to do is just tap it. Then just kind of lock it down, and that'll keep, that'll make the gap all nice and snug along the whole thing. So you're just going to keep doing that on this next one over here. So the last one also, very, very similar. So you want to have this all measured so you know it's going to fit. You have them all cut out, and then when you go to put them in, you know that they're going to fit. So go ahead and put that part in there and work it down. And then you're going to have to lift up the whole row again. So I shouldn't have really tapped that in yet. I was just showing you. So then you'll lift up the whole row again here. And once again, pushing down on the back part so the whole thing doesn't come up in the air. You kind of lift up on it. Now that it's kind of at an angle, and it'll kind of stay there, you work this one in. So I like to make sure that this side over here, towards the wall, gets into the groove, and then you kind of tap it along the whole length of it with your hand. Or you use tap plug. Get the whole thing into that groove. So just gotta tap this here. Then make sure it's on this end, make sure it's in the groove. Just tap it along it. There you go. Now, the whole thing's in there. Then you just kind of remember to keep your hand on the back part. This is for the first couple rows. Once it gets heavier, you don't have to worry about lifting up the back side. So you just keep your hand on the back part and kind of push towards the wall. As you get that first board in there, just kind of work it down and work it flat. And then just keep going along here. Same, just pushing towards it and then working it in and down. And then it'll lay flat. You got the whole thing there now, laying flat. So now you can see you got a little gap there. It's okay. So we're just gonna take the tap block. Once we get that row in, we're gonna take the tap block and just work along the whole thing. We're just gonna tap the whole thing into place. So like tapping it in the whole time. There you go. And it's really that simple. That's the first two rows. And you can see that it's snugged up with that tap block. It snugged up the line there. So that's all there is to it. And then it's just more of the same. You just keep cutting out the pieces. Now, I started with a full board, and then another full board, and then whatever I had left over here. Then I used the rest of that, whatever I had left from there, the rest of that as my first board, and then a full board. And then I had to cut off a little bit. And then I'm going to use this little piece that I had to cut off as my next thing. And just keep staggering them. Like if you look at the directions, they'll tell you exactly how they want you to do it, but as long as you just keep staggering them like this, you're going to be fine. So you don't want the joints really close to one another. So this is my next piece that I'm going to use, and I'm just going to keep laying out the floor. So that's pretty much all there is to it, folks. Use the little tile spacers to give you space along your walls, and then I cut out like when I start a row, I want to make sure the whole row will fit before I put it in there. So I'll start with this board next, then I'll put in however many full boards I can until I get to the wall, then I'll cut off that much, and then keep using the rest from that full board to go over here and then start the row again. And unless it's not staggered that much, you can then cut a custom piece or whatever and start staggering if you want, if it's not staggered that much. But I think the gaps, or where you have one space here and then the next gap is right here, it's quite a few inches away. I wouldn't want to get too much closer than about 8 inches. So you want to stagger the gaps pretty good. And then you just keep doing it and laying it down. And that's about it. It's really that simple. This goes quickly, it goes easily, and it looks really nice. So thanks for watching. I guess I'll probably link or maybe make a video, add the video to this where I'm laying the rest of it. And we'll just show you how simple it is. But thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day out there. Hope this helped you get your laminate floor started. And also, I think I did tell you, but towards the end here, if you have a gap that's not getting snugged out, you can put your pull bar in there and tap it like this, and it'll snug up the thing too like that. So I definitely recommend getting a tapping block and a pull bar to help you do this. They're pretty cheap, and I'm sure that you could just use like a block of wood or something, but these both work really well. I'm sure you could use other things, but these two things work really well. So, and they're cheap. So we're gonna just continue to do the rest of our floor here. And yeah, appreciate you watching. Good luck with your projects out there. Okay, bye.